Okay, back to anamnesis now to see the characters' models while I'm talking about them. So we'll go through each character and then for the characters who are not out yet, we'll just switch back to, basic 2D illustrations. So let's go. First first off, we have Roddick. Let's zoom a little bit. Yeah. There. Okay. So Roddick is the main protagonist of the game. He's the hero. So he's overall good and has very good stats on the whole. He's very consistent as a character, like every good hero should be, right? And then you have his skills, who are really useful. Like for example, you have the Omega skills that he has, which are, for example, his Rush in an Amnesis Omega Thunderclap Blade, and these are really strong. Like Omega Light Ray Blade too is really good. The normal Light Ray Blade though is really bad. Never use that. And then you have the Thunder Surge skills, which are his ultimate skills that you can get through a PA at Sylvalant with Ashley, and there are three of these skills: the blue worm thunder surge, the green worm thunder surge, and the red worm thunder surge, I think. Yeah. And these are really good skills. Like these are his ultimate skills, and they are extremely powerful. And another good skills that you get really like kind of early on in the game, like maybe mid game or something like that, is called Dragon Roar. And this is so good. Like Dragon Roar is one of his most powerful and useful powers out there because it deals a lot of damage, it does a lot of hits. Sorry, I can't speak. And it actually builds up really good. Like if you use it a lot, it does a lot more hits and a lot of more damage, and that's really good. And if you're planning to let him play on auto, the protect your friend strategy is definitely the way to go, because he's really a good support character, and if you switch over to him, he'll be like really powerful too. His normal attacks are really fast, so he's an overall very good character. So let's switch back and now go to Millie. Where is she? Ah, here she is. It's in order. I don't know what I'm asking that for. It's Millie. Yay. Zoom little. So she's the main female character, like the lead female character of this game. She is the best healer, supportive character of the game because she has all the healing skills of the game, like she has all of them, and she has a lot of buffing skills as well and debuffing skills for the enemies. So she's really good at support and giving your characters and team that extra boost that they need in the battlefield, like attack up, defense up, stats up, basically. Um, on talking about her stats in Stars of Fest Departure, she's pretty average, except for her intelligence, of course, which is pretty good. On auto, I would recommend to use do what it takes to win, or focus on healing your friends. Like she goes best with those two, but she is very slow on the battlefield. So make sure to build up the Godspeed skill, because she's really slow, and which makes her like an easy target for the monsters. So make sure to check that out before letting her like too close to the monster. Um, her skills are really only useful for healing, and sometimes she has like questionable buffs, like for example acid rain or fixed cloud, or debuffs I guess. But she does a really good thing on the battlefield. Again, she's the lead female, so she's not gonna let you down. Okay, so now let's go over to Ronix. Okay, so Ronix is another main character of the game. He is the best offensive magician, I guess. Um, I guess I should talk about that. Like in Stars and First Departure, like the original one, um, whenever I had Ronix on my team, the most of the time he's just standing there watching and sometimes using his spells. Like when I said in my stream like a few days ago, he mainly like stays there and then at the end of the battle uses his most powerful spell on the last enemy. But that just happens sometimes. But he has the best offensive spells for sure. So if you like magic that deals a lot of damage, he's definitely a good go. And for the stats, he's pretty low on agility and defense and pretty average on the rest. But he has like pretty like normal, I guess, intelligence for a magician. He's not that amazing, but he does good thing. And on auto, I wrote dead because, as I said, he doesn't do much and he's just like, I'm here on the battlefield with you, but maybe they'll fix that in the remaster. I don't know. Anyways, that's it for Ronix mainly, so he's pretty good. I don't use him much because I prefer to use Joshua and Ares, so I use him only with my full symbologist team. But he's okay. And then we've got Ilya. Let's go over to her. Boom. Okay, there we go. So Ilya is the last main character of the game, and she's arguably the best attacker in this game, because for her stats, for example, are pretty high. Like she has good attack, but she is really like she has high agility and pretty good defense and hit rate. She is extremely fast. I think she is the most she's the fastest character of the game after Perichi. Like she's really good at that. She runs fastly, which is really good for the protect your friends, protect your friends strategy. And her skills are really good. As I said earlier in the video, her 4 beast skills are very OP, like Tiger Claw and Tortoise Smashed combined together is a deadly combo. So if you like attackers, Ilya is a really good bet because she's really good at what she's doing. So she had good basic skills and excellent beasts, SFT as I said. So yeah, I guess that's it for her. I'm not like rambling too much, I don't want to make this video way too long. Then we have Seus. Okay, so just like in Anamnesis, Seus is really tanky and has kind of the defender role. He has high HP and defense, but he's kind of slow. Like, this is one of the first things that you notice with him, he's slow. So again, he's one of the characters that need to build Godspeed up, and then he's good to go. He has a high attack, he deals a lot of damage. About his skills, he has nice basic skills, like for example, Double Slash, Thunderclap Blade, and Firestorm Blade are really good basic skills in the game. And he has good Omega SFT skills, so he's pretty good on that, there's not much to say there. And when he's on auto, as I said, he's kind of slow, so he tends to take a lot of damage but with how tanky he is, that's pretty okay. Just don't forget him on the side because he can die pretty fastly. Okay, next we have Thea. Okay, so Thea is actually really good. She's a side character just like Seus, and she has overall high stats like attack, defense, agility. She's pretty fast too, not one of the fastest characters, but she's pretty good at what she's doing. For her skills, her basic skills are not that good. Like her basic skills are Breath and Sword, Dancing Sword, 3-way, 3 volley, and these are not good. But however, she has excellent SFT skills, especially if it's a God of War SFT like Sylvan Shot and Holy Terror and Victory Terror are really strong. Aqua Spread, Aqua Spread is one of the most OP skills in this game. Like, it is, if you don't know it, Aqua Spread is basically her wow, that was kind of weird. Her throwing her dagger through the battlefield, and it hurts all the enemies like multiple times on a straight line. So that's extremely powerful if you have a lot of enemies, for example, who are attacking you. So on auto, I would recommend her to use attack with all you've got, but again, that's just my personal opinion. Then we have Joshua, no, Mavel first. Let's go over to, well, Joshua, I guess, since he's first here. Joshua. So I don't know if I'll be very objective here because he's my most, like, he's my favorite character. But I really love him. He is a defensive symbologist, meaning that he has both healing and attacking spells, and his healing spells are, well, not the best, but he does his job, right? So, and his offensive spells, again, are not the best. Like, objectively speaking, he's an average magician, but he's really good at what he's doing, especially if you pair him with Ares, or if you use the team that I talked about before. He does his job really well. He's really good. He has good stats, like he has good int, guard, and defense. His skills are really useful. As I said, he's a defensive symbologist. You cannot go wrong with him. On auto, he is very active, unlike Ronex. He's really active on the battlefield. Like, he uses a lot of spells. He's always healing or attacking, so he's really good on that. So yeah, that's all I had to say about Joshua. And then let's go over to Mavel. Mavel, she's amazing. Like, she's arguably, with Ilya, the best attacker of the game. Like, her stats are OP, her skills are OP, on auto she's OP, she's just OP. Her normal attacks are OP, like, she's really fast, she's really strong. Her stats, my god, she has a lot of attack. Her skills, even her basic skills, I would argue are the best of the game, because she has this Raven Sword, Flare Sword, Hail, not Sword, what am I talking about? Raven Orb, Flare Orb, Hail Orb, and Thunder Orb, and these are like just only one hit skills, but are so strong. Like, they deal a lot of damage, and they're not the fastest skills, but they definitely do the job. And then she uses the Omega Secret Fighting Technique book, and this gives her Southern Cross, 7-star, and Galaxy. 7-star, you might know, is her Anamnesis Rush, but you also have Southern Cross, which is like a low-key version of 7-star, but it's alright. And you have Galaxy. And that power, oh my god, Galaxy is, I don't know how OP, I cannot use words to tell how strong that power is. Basically, she stands there, and then you have a lot, like really a lot of orbs, which are turning around her really fastly and on a circle line, you know? And then this circle expands with time, and there's a lot of orbs and a lot of hits, and each orb deals a lot of damage, and when it touches an enemy, that enemy, if it's not, does not have much more long to live. Like, this is really strong. If Mavel is cornered or is surrounded by enemies, you use Galaxy, and she has time to trigger it, all the enemies around her die, basically. Like, she cannot get hit. She is really OP in this game. I don't know how much the rebounds will affect her, but she is. Even if they rebalance her stats, like, her skills are definitely still going to be useful and extremely powerful and useful, so she's definitely one of the characters I recommend. And on auto, I think that attack with all you've got is the only thing that you can give her. Like, definitely, she's amazing. Then we have Perichi here. Well, let's go over to Perichi then. So Perichi is an attacker in Anamnesis as well as in First Departure. She's an interesting, I guess, side character because she's really fast. She's not really tanky, but she's really fast. She has average plus damage, I'll say, and she does her job. Um, she has high guard and pretty good defense. Um, her skills are really fast, and what makes her interesting is that she has buffing and debuffing skills. So she's the only attacker, I think, in the whole Star Ocean franchise, with Pepita maybe, to be like that, because she has healing dance, which basically heals everyone on the battlefield except her, and then magical dance, which is the same thing but for MP, and then you have uh, other skills like not Simon Says, that's Welch, like distraction, or no, that's still Welch. Panic dance, for example, which can um, daze an enemy basically and make it like not attack you for a while, allowing you to attack him instead. So that's really good. She's really interesting that way. So on auto she's really good because again she's fast, and being fast on auto is really useful. And she has fast skills, so again she's really good, and I would give her the protect your friends strategy. So that's all I had to say about her. And now we have Eris. Whoops. There we go. Eris, for story reasons, again, I'm not going to spoil, she is the best symbologist of the game, hands down. Like, we cannot even argue. Her stats are OP, her skills are OP. On auto, she is OP. That girl breathes and exhales like openness. Her aura is openness. Like, she is really strong. She's not that fast on the battlefield. Like, she does not fly that fastly because she flies basically. That's it. Um, but she has really high intelligence. Just like in the Amnesis, basically, she's a damage dealer, like a powerhouse. And if you have her in your team, you're basically like going to win almost all the time because she's really, really good at what she's doing. Her skills are like she has unique skills in this game, like Lunar Light, which you also have in an Amnesis, or Southern Cross, which is one really, really cool power that you have in First Departure that only her can have. And she's really good at using her spells. Like, she does a lot of damage and heals a lot. She has the same healing skills as Melee does, meaning that she's as good of a healer than Melee is. So definitely, if you want to use a good symbologist, go for Eris. She's really good at that. Then the characters we have left are Tanique, Ashley, and Joshua. Not Joshua, Welch. So we're going to change over to the illustration. My God, to the illustrations. So just a second. Okay, so first we have Tanique. So Tanique is very interesting. He's really fun in the game. Like, he's a really good attacker too. For story reasons, again, if you want to know the story behind it, just get him in the game. He's a Roddick fanboy, and he's as good as Roddick. I would argue even better than Roddick because he's fast and has more attack. Um, his stats are overall very good and very like consistent on the whole, as a whole, I guess. His skills are really good. He has good basic skills like Glacial Strike, I think, and what's that power called? Tornado? Something? I don't know. You'll see for yourself, I guess, when you go through the game. But he has really good skills, and his Omega skills are really good too. And then you can get the Feline SFT with Perichi on the PA, and that gives him his most powerful powers too. I think it is Divine Strike. I think that's it. So he's really, really good, but I don't have much more to say. On auto, he's really good too. I would give him like attack with all you've got strategy all the way because he's just that good. And then we have Welch. Welch is very special. I don't know how to qualify her. In Insertion 2, she's really OP, but in Insertion 1, she's kind of average, I'll say. Um, so her stats are pretty nice overall. She's kind of fast. She has alright skills. Like, she gets a lot of skills in the game, but I always use slap and mithril fists. So again, she does have debuffing and distracting, I guess, skills, um, which work half the time, but it's still pretty cool, I guess. So she's a very interesting character because her normal skills are okay. Her auto, her being on auto is really bad. Like Welch on auto takes a lot of damage and can die pretty fastly, but if you use her, like if you use her in manual mode, she's excellent, especially if you spam her normal attacks, because Welch's normal attacks are the fastest of the game, meaning that the monsters cannot hit her when she decides to hit them, basically. So what I usually do is just take Welch and spam my normal attacks because one, I love Welch, and two, because well, it's really strong. But if you're planning to get her, just to let her on auto, that's okay, I guess. But story wise, Welch is really cool. Like she does really have like really fun PAs with Ilya, for example, and so I definitely recommend getting her at least for that. And that's all I had to say. Then we have, lastly, to end the video, we have Ashley. I don't know how to qualify that man. He is special, I guess. He's pretty interesting because he allows Roddick to get his ultimate skills. He's a mix between Roddick and Seas, more closer to Seas because of story reasons again, but I don't know. Like he's really interesting. He has normal like average stats. He has normal skills, a mix between CS and Roddick again. And on auto, he's kind of, I would say, coolish to not good, but he does his job. Like he gets his job done if you use him on auto, I guess. I would give him, I don't even know what I would give him. His normal attacks are not that good either. He's kind of slow on that front. But then again, it's all a question of my personal taste and opinion, so you should definitely try like this character out for yourself before deciding what to do with him. But okay, again, he's okay, I guess to me. He allows you to get Ares and to get Roddick's ultimate skills, so if this is what you want to go for, then definitely take Ashley. You do have to note though that if you want to go for Ashley, you cannot take Seus, and the reverse is the same. If you go for Seus, you cannot go for Ashley. Well, that's just the way it is. So I I would make a choice between these two. I don't really know if I had to make a choice between Seus and Ashley. So you should try it for yourself. I'm not doing like giving some recommendations here. But he's again really good and gets his job done. So I guess that's alright. And that's the end of it. So I definitely spoke a lot. I'm sorry I'm rambling a lot and I'm like having trouble speaking. It's pretty late here, and I'm super excited for the release of the game. So hopefully you enjoyed the video and it was kind of useful to you all. So thanks for checking this out, and I guess I'll see you in the next video. I wonder what I should do. Maybe a video to explain how the skill system works, because that's pretty interesting and kind of complex. So if people ask me to do it, I'll do it. If not, then I'll see. So yeah, thanks for checking out this video, and I'll see you in the next one very soon. So thanks and goodbye.